You will never compete with a dildo and a vibrator. You will always struggle to satisfy your woman sexually if she's used to sex toys such as dildos and vibrators. I know as men, we've got our own men health issues such as erectile dysfunction and early ejaculation, but those conditions can be fixed. But no matter how healthy you are as a guy, you can be as healthy as a bull. You will never compete with a dildo and a vibrator. Check this picture out. Women, when they go for dildos, they don't go for an average size, a size that can accommodate all men. They always go for a big dildo. Another thing is that a dildo is always hard. As a man, you can only stay hard for a certain period. You stay hard until you come. A dildo is always hard. A woman will use that dildo until she realizes, you know what, I'm satisfied, and she's going to leave that dildo as hard as it is. And then a vibrator. A vibrator gives a woman a sensation that you cannot give to a woman as a man. Because it is vibrating through power, through electricity. It is vibrating at a very high speed that even if you played your tongue on her clit, you will never give her the sensation that she gets from a vibrator. Even when you are penetrating her, your strokes will never give her the sensation that a vibrator is giving her. We need to be realistic as guys and stop killing ourselves for people who are damaging them by using machines to get pleasure. You see, if you are struggling to satisfy a woman that has only been with men, then that means you need to learn about female orgasm. But you cannot compete with machines. You cannot compete with toys. You are a human being. If they made a doll that ran on electricity and it gave you a woman on top, it is going to ride you far better than any other woman can ride you. If they created a doll that can give you a blowjob and it is run on electricity, it is going to give you the best blowjob any woman can ever give you. We need to stop deceiving ourselves, guys. If you are dealing with a woman who has used toys far too long on herself, vibrators and all these things, you will find yourself struggling. You'll always come up short because she's used to those things. If she says you can't satisfy her because of her ex used to satisfy her, that's something else. Okay, learn about female orgasm. But when it comes to dildos and vibrators, my king, no one can help you. That is why we need to find women who are still realistic, women who are still in their nature. A woman who has never used a vibrator. A woman who has never used a dildo. And you need to advise your woman against using these things because you will never match them. You will never match them as a human being. We need to stop being blackmailed. Most of the time, a woman will come to you and say, yeah, men cannot satisfy me. When you check what she's comparing you to, she's comparing you to dildos and vibrators. Of course, you will never satisfy her. Because you cannot give her the sensation that the vibrator is giving to her. Your dick is not big enough like the dildo she's using. They always blackmail us against all these nonsenses that they are using. Yeah, you are insecure. If you have a problem with a woman using a dildo, a vibrator, then there's... No, you are being unrealistic. We need to introduce toys into your sex life. No, guys. The best you can do as a guy is to learn about female orgasm. You need to know which sports give her sensations. You need to know which sports turns her on. You need to teach each other. You see, when a woman is masturbating, she's giving herself pleasure, playing with her hands, her fingers. That is something that is realistic. You can learn to do that as a guy. How are you going to learn how to be as hard for longer as a dildo can? How are you going to learn to give her sensations as a vibrator gives her? You cannot compete with those things, guys. We need to stop deceiving ourselves. Women who use these toys are hard to please in bed. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. She's used to machines. You're not a machine, you're a human being. She wouldn't compete with a doll when it comes to a woman on top. She wouldn't compete with a doll when it comes to a blowjob. Even her coochie would never be as tight as the doll is. She would never meet the standards of a doll. How does she expect you to meet the standards of a dildo and a vibrator? If you find women who never used to these things, I'm telling you, you too will find a way to enjoy your sex life.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit.